The arms. The stitches for 2 arms are all the same. We'll demonstrate one arm. Please crochet the other one in the same way by yourself. We'll start with the pink yarn. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Work into a magic ring. Make a loop around your middle finger and pinch the crossover of the yarn. Insert hook into the loop of middle finger, yarn over the hook and pull up loop. A magic ring is formed on the middle finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, then work 4 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Then work 4 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet through the underneath of both loops of the V shape. Continue to work 3 more single crochets in the same way. For single crochets are done, pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Insert hook into the first stitch, yarn over the hook and pull up loop. Then pull the first loop through the second one. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch, then work set off 1 single crochet or increase twice. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Work 1 single crochet. Mark the first single crochet. And then work 1 increase. Namely, work 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Once set is done, the second set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Finally, work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. Round 2 is done. Break yarn will change to skin color yarn. Wrap the yarn around your fingers. Pinch the yarn tail and the fabric together like this. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch, then work set off 1 single crochet or increase for 3 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. Skin color yarn over the hook and pull through the loop on the hook. Tighten up the yarn tails. Work 1 single crochet. Put the yarn tails above the hook during crocheting. Place a marker in the first stitch. Then work 1 increase. which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. One single crochet and 1 increase are finished once it is done. The second set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. The third set, work 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Finally, work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 3 is done. We can cut off the yarn tails. The stitches for rounds 4 to 7 are all the same. Work 1 chain stitch, 9 single crochets, and 1 snip stitch for each round. We'll demonstrate round 4. Work 1 chain stitch first. Then work 9 single crochets. Place a marker in the first stitch. Continue to work 8 more single crochets. Finally, work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch. Round 4 is done. Please finish rounds 5 to 7 on your own. Work 1 chain stitch, 9 single crochets, and 1 snip stitch for each round. Round 7 is done. Break yarn, leaving a long yarn tail. Yarn tail over the hook and pull the yarn tail out. One arm is completed.